guys, let's talk NFTs. Where do we buy NFTs? How do we buy it? And where can we store it? So, if you're completely new to the NFT space, do not be alarmed, do not be fearful. This is one of the biggest years for NFTs in terms of early adopters like ourselves. If you're watching this, consider yourself an early adopter in the NFT space. You are still fairly new, so don't worry. There's a lot of learning to be done, and we can be on this journey together. Now, let's start off with where we can actually buy NFTs. So you can, number one, go to OpenSea. Just go on Google or any browser and type in OpenSea.io, and you'll be able to access this format. You can create an account, and with an account on OpenSea in particular, you can actually use transactions via Ethereum. So you can only trade Ethereum on this particular platform to buy open source NFTs, etc. And then you have access to all these different artists, as you can see. So this is the artworks here. You can scroll down. Don't worry, guys. In this video, I'm also going to show you what you should be looking for when buying NFTs, etc. And remember, guys, nothing you see in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. And remember, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, turn the bell notification on so you can stay up to date on all my recent videos. Now, with that being said, this is one exchange you can use, or open source platform, to buy NFTs, which is OpenSea. A second one you can use is Nifty Gateway. So niftygateway.com. Now, one thing I would say about this particular exchange is they mainly take US dollars. So you can actually use your bank card or credit card to actually buy on this particular platform. So that's great. So for example, if you're watching this video and you're not quite interested in buying cryptocurrencies in particular, you're just interested in buying NFT art, then this platform could be good for you, because again, it's all US dollars. So for example, let's try this out. So I'm going to click on this random art here and let's see. So pretty cool NFT. As you can see, we have the contract address and the token ID. And again, one thing we have to remember about NFTs, the reason why it's so cool is because everything is verified by the blockchain. So we have a full record of the transaction history, right? So nothing can essentially be faked, right? So let's just click on buy now. As you can see, we've got price alert, we've got market global offer, not accept. So this particular vendor is not accepting any offers. So let's click on buy now. And as you can see, I have the option to type in my credit card info, my full name, etc., etc., right? And that's how you would buy on this particular exchange. Let's go on OpenSea and see another example. So I'll click on that. And as you can see, the sale ends in the next 45 minutes. And this is going for $5,924. So that's 3.5 Ethereum. And let me click on buy now. And for example, here you can see that this particular piece of art was made available on the 13th of Feb, or launched on this particular platform on the 13th of Feb. And as you can see, the value has gone up quite considerably. And as you can see, wow. So I can actually make an offer from here. We can see that the last offer was 1.31 okay. This is quite interesting, because I haven't actually seen this before either, guys. So again, this is something that I'm also tapping into, and we can see the full trading history on the NFT. But what they've done is, as you can see, they've listed quite a few times. Okay, this is quite interesting. This is very much interesting. Okay, so there you go. An offer was sent in. I don't believe that offer has been accepted. Otherwise, it would have said on the trading history. And yeah, this has been listed for 3.5. So let's see if I can make an offer. No, let's click on buy now so I can show you what you can do. So there we go, hash mask. And I can essentially go to add funds. and I could deposit from an exchange, or you could buy with cards. So that's the cool thing about OpenSea. So let's say deposit from an exchange, and then I would simply send the money from, let's say, your Coinbase or Binance, and it has to be Ethereum, as you can say, Ethereum, to this particular address, and I can buy it now. Or of course, you can use card as well. So either one is fine. And we can also look at our activity rankings, blogs. There's a lot more. I believe I'm going to do a more in-depth breakdown on this once I get to grips with this particular exchange and start learning a bit more, but it's quite interesting. But the question we have to ask ourselves is, how do we value the art, right? How do we value the art? What makes the art so unique? And that's when we can start maybe playing around with it, and buying up pieces of art that can appreciate in value quite a lot. Now, make sure you watch, stick around, and definitely subscribe, because I'm actually going to show you a strategy that you can use, right? And that could be done just through history. So I've got a list of over 5 NFT artists that is important to keep an eye on. So make sure you stick around, because I'm going to tell you those 5 artists so you can stay up to date with them. And of course, we have Rareable, which you can also use. Click on Marketplace. But as you can see, to connect, you would have to download one of these. So Fortmatic, Wallet Connect, etc. My Ether Wallet. And once you've connected, of course, this is how you can, buy and sell store your crypto. So let's look at the marketplace. So this one's pretty cool as well, because it has the top sellers in one day. You can obviously change that to last 7 days, 30 days. And as you can see, so that's 41 point. Wow, so this is a lot. If we translate this into US dollars, this is a serious money that this individual has made today. And as you can see, we've got the second, which is 22.4. So this is a massive. Let's just click on and see who this is. Okay. So NFT not for sale, one of 997. As you can see, we've got the gold lion. This is also set, so you can put a bid on for this. 1.2 ETH, 3 of 20. Let's see, grow yourself seed. So it's quite interesting. So this artist appears to be quite popular, and it's doing quite well on this exchange, it may seem. But if we go back to the wearable, and let's just look at the last 7 days. So last 7 days, 150. Let's look at the last 30 days. Okay, 432. So quite a lot. So this individual is actually doing quite well. That's quite interesting. Board Elon. And this is what I'm saying, guys. We can end up going down a rabbit hole if we're not careful and we don't know what to look for. But yeah, and as you can see, and considering taking Tesla private at 420, not for sale. So people are actually selling tweets now. This is getting really interesting, and a bit of trolling as well. But 2 or 40. One could say it could be a good investment for the long term, but don't worry, we'll get into that in another video. Now, what am I particularly looking for when I'm using, let's say, any of these exchanges? I'm looking for pieces of art that have the potential to go up in value over time. And that can obviously be through consistent artists. So I will not buy from an artist that's done a few pieces of art and then has just stopped, because this can essentially, so for example, let's say an artist has done a certain amount of art, and let's say one buyer has bought up most of that piece of art. If he decides to dump that art all in one go, it completely devalues the art of the artist, right? Which is what we do not want. So it's important that the actual artist is consistent, and the pieces of art are not all in one, not all in one hand, because that's not good just for a supply and demand perspective. So yeah, with that being said, let me go over the first 2 artists that I want you guys to keep an eye on. So number 1 is Beeple. So As you can see, I'm just going to show you some of his special editions. Don't worry, we'll get into this in another art. So I'm sure you may have seen this online. So it's online. This is just some of these pieces of art. As you can see, you can buy this 44 ETH. Let's just click on it. But this artist is doing extremely well at the moment. Currently, no. So this is going for $73,000, guys. $73,000. Pretty insane. And again, as you can see, it's verified. Beeple Special Edition. So let's just click on that. And this is the good thing about the NFT blockchain. This is the good thing about NFTs. It's all verified, so we can see that this piece of art is in fact real. And how do we know that? Through the ID, right? As you can see, special edition. Let's just have a closer look. So obviously you can buy other ones. There's others for sale. So let's just click on this one. So this is going for almost $500,000. Insane. But again, why would you buy this one when you could buy the other one valued at 73K? So this seller obviously isn't paying a lot of attention to the actual market, but nevertheless that's fine. As you can see, these offers are coming in now. 73K. This is really interesting. The second artist I want you guys to pay attention to is Ferocious. Let's have a look. There we go. This artist is really really interesting as well. I've been watching some of the interviews of this individual, and to be honest, I am impressed. Only 17 years old. So buying this individual's NFTs now, who knows how much these early paintings will be worth by the time that this individual is in their 20s, late 20s, 30s, 40s. So buying these now is it's pretty from my perspective. It's not okay. We can't get a hold of that, but in my perspective, it's a good idea to go for artists whilst they're still young. As you can see, this one's selling for 25K, 15 Ethereum. Can make an offer, as you can see, recent transfer. But guys, I'm still playing around with this as well. We're gonna do another full video, but I just want you, if you're completely new, to get familiar, right? So as soon as you've seen this video, you can also start to learn. You can also start to tap in. You also know what to look for, and you can start positioning yourself early for future success. Remember, guys, it's not always about how much you put in. Is about when you start, and when you start early, you have a competitive advantage over most people. And I'll show you an example here, right? So this is a clear example. Let's go to Crypto Punks. So Crypto Punks, guys, you will not find anything below. Let's just have a look. Okay, cool. Let's just have a look here. We'll click on this one. As you can see, verified. How much is this one going for? Okay, doesn't appear to be for sale. Let's just try find another one. Again, not for sale, but you can put in offers. Let's try and find one for sale before we wrap up this video, just so we can get into it. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Wow. So 3 years ago, this was bought for 0.1 Ethereum. So this is a very lucky individuals, and the list priced 9 months ago was 19 ETF. And as you can see, it was cancelled, but we could potentially put an offer for this. Let's just click on this individual's page, and as you can see, they have other artworks. But that is a clear example of just getting in early. So for example, if they bought for 0.1, realistically, you won't find a CryptoPunk below $20,000. So again, getting involved in that early has made you a very, very good return. So that's just a bit of perspective, guys. Remember, guys, when others are fearful, be greedy, and when others are greedy, be fearful. With that being said, guys, seize the day.